Good morning and welcome back to another video with Brooklyn. How are you this marvelous Monday morning? It's October 12th, 2020, 6:30 in the morning. And I wanted to come on here this morning. I'm going to jump right into the video. This morning I woke up and I was thinking about love. Okay? And love and hate, like and dislike. And I'm talking about in relationships, okay? I was told twice, well, really three times by three different gentlemen, that a man knows when he loves a woman from the first time that he sees her. Okay? He can look at your picture, he can just meet you, have a brief conversation with you. He knows he loves you. Okay? Well, me being the woman that I am, I'm like, the devil is a lie. How is that possible? You have to court someone, date them, call them, text them, get to know the person first to know if you love a person. That's what I'm thinking. You know? That's just like if you meet me being a woman, I meet another woman. We walk into the same room, someone introduces me. Tracy, this is Brenda. Brenda, this is Tracy. And right off the bat, Brenda's like, I don't like her. I don't like her. You know when you don't like somebody right off the bat. You don't have to call a person. You don't have to have a conversation with the person. You don't have to text the person. It's something about that person you just don't like. That's happened to me before. I can meet someone and I'm like, it's like I knew you all your life, girl. What's up? Where you been? Then I can meet somebody and be like, I don't like her. Something about her. That's happened to all of us. So why is that impossible to happen when you meet a mate? Why can't you fall in love with that person from the beginning when you meet that mate? I'm not saying that person is right for you. I'm just saying, how can you know you don't like a person versus knowing that you like a person or you love a person? If you can realize that you dislike a person from the jump when you first met them, it should really be possible to know that you love someone from the beginning when you first meet them. I'm spitting. You know what I'm saying? Just like Adam and Eve. Now we're going to talk about relationships that God joined together, because He said, "Who God joined together, let no man put asunder." Now remember, He don't join everybody together. Just because you marry somebody does not mean that God ordained that marriage. He does not put everyone together. Now He expects you to work it out if that's what you want to do. He don't expect you to go out here and cheat and have affairs if you marry this person, but that don't mean He put you together. Let's get that clear. You put yourself together with Tom, and Tom put himself together with Debbie, okay? But we're going to talk about ordained marriages that He put together, okay? Adam and Eve. We're going to talk about Adam and Eve. God put them together from the jump. Eve was Adam's soulmate, literally. He took Eve from Adam's rib, okay? And he brought Eve to Adam. They consummated the marriage, and boom, they was married. Adam fell in love with Eve from the time I'm sure God introduced them. Okay, he literally was the first matchmaking king of the world. God. Okay, He put them together. Okay, is that still possible that God can put you together with somebody at the drop of a hat? Can you meet your soulmate? Boom. I'm not saying run off and marry them. But I'm saying, can you actually fall in love with somebody from the first time that you see them? From the first time that you meet them, this is my husband, this is my wife. Because it's got to be a mutual connection. It's got to be a mutual connection. It can't be you love me and I can't stand you, I hate you, and then we're going to grow into love. I'm not talking about that, because a lot of times a person will wear you down and the next thing you know, you fall in love with them when you shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? Because they wore you down. I feel like if God put you together with somebody, they don't have to wear you down. It happens naturally. It happens automatically. You can walk out here and go to the grocery store and be like, oh, excuse me, bump into somebody and they be like, hey, how you doing? You be like, fine. Oh, you want me to reach that can of corn for you? Next thing you know, y'all got a connection. That kind of connection, and you fall in love. Is that possible? Because I've been told 3 different times by 3 different men that it was possible. That they can fall in love with a woman just meeting them or just looking at a picture. They could see you and they be like, that is my wife. I love that woman. I want to meet that woman. Is that possible? Or do you have to court someone forever and a day? I remember I met my last husband and I met him in 1994, okay? And he was fun because my first husband, I got married young. I was right out of high school, got married, had a child. I didn't have a time to date, so I really didn't know what dating was. So I didn't really enjoy dating life because I didn't date during high school, you know. So we got married right out of high school, messed up our lives, okay? So years down the road, I graduated school in 84. I meet my second husband in 1984. 94. I graduated in 84, meet my second husband in 94. We get married in 97, and that was because of me, because I didn't love him. Okay? I dated him because we had a good time. We dated. We went out to the movies, went to dinner, we did everything, skating, bowling. We just had a ball dating. It was fun for me to date. Okay? So, but I didn't want to get married, but I was pressured by him and outsiders. Y'all been dating this long, you might as well get married. You know, God ain't pleased with y'all just dating this long. Because, of course, you know, we were sleeping together. He didn't live with me. But, of course, we were, you know, committing fornication. You know, we was dating 3 years. So, of course, we were doing things that biblically we should not have been doing, I guess. But I just didn't want to marry him. But because of me feeling that I shouldn't have been messing around, and people were pressuring me because of the time limit. We dated for 3.5 years. We should get married. We get married. I was married to him. Total, we was together 14 years. We were married for 11 years. We had 2 good years out that whole 11 years of marriage. Okay, I know the 2 years, and that was a good year. Those were 2 good years. God did not ordain that, because I feel like if he put you together with somebody, you're not going to want to be dating 3.5 years. And if God gives you a husband or a wife, I don't think that he would require you to date 3.5 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying run out and marry somebody. I'm just asking the question, is that possible? Is that reality that you can meet someone and know that's your soulmate right off the bat? Know that that's who you're supposed to be with. That's who you want to be with. And that you're willing to make changes for the person and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Because in the Bible, you know, men made changes for their women. They worked 7 years for their women because they wanted this specific woman. You know, Adam, he sinned and committed treason for Eve. You know, he committed treason. He gave up his birthright. He gave up our freedom for Eve, because Eve was talking to Satan. He went over there and engaged in conversation. Eve offered him the fruit. He took the fruit. Now, he was the man. He should have said, no, we're not going to do this. Let's go. But he didn't. Okay, that's all in the past. Our lives are screwed up now. But what I'm saying is, that's off track. Do you believe that you can actually meet someone and it's God ordained from the beginning? Or do you think that it takes time to get to know a person? Or can you really, your spirit and that person's spirit connect? And you know, this is who I'm going to marry. I'm not wanting anybody else. This is it right here. Whatever changes I have to make, I'm going to make, because this is the person I want to be with the rest of my life. And I'm not willing to mess it up. I'm not willing to screw this up. So whatever changes I have to make within myself, I'm going to make within myself, because this is who I feel like God wants me with. Do you all feel like that is possible? Do you feel like this is true? Because I was told, again, like I said, by 3 different gentlemen, 3 different men, all different age groups, that that's true, that that's possible. Okay? And I'm just wanting to know that. You know, if that's true, what does love have to do with it? You know, because in the word it says that a man should love his wife and a woman should respect her husband. He does not give the orders that a woman should love her husband. Okay, now, of course, a lot of women marry men that grow into love. They grow into love. They learn to love them. But a man should love his wife from the start And then your wife will respect you. Because if you got a man that's going to take care of you, honor you, respect his word with you, keep his word, don't turn around, don't change on you, you're going to respect that man because he's doing everything that he's supposed to do. Sarah respected Abraham. She called him Lord because he took care of Sarah. He took care of Sarah, you know. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a part 2 on this one. This is part 1. What love got to do with it? Part 1, you know, because I just want to know you all opinions. If you don't mind leaving me a comment in the comment section below, give me your opinion. Let's keep it respectable because I'm just asking a question. This is what I've been told. And I just want to know if that's true or not, you know, because I've never looked at a man and said, wow, I love him from the beginning. I want to be with him. That's never happened to me. I've never pursued a man. Every man that I have ever been with, it ain't been a whole lot. They've always pursued me. I've never pursued a man. I've never looked at a man and said, God, I would love to date him. I just never did. That's never happened to me. I've seen men that were good looking. I'd be like, God, he is good looking. But I've never been drawn to them. I've never had that mentality that, God, I want him, I'm going to go after him. I know a lot of my girlfriends that has done that. I see what I want, I go after it. I've just never done that. I always felt like if a man liked me, he would pursue me or we just won't never talk. That has always been my attitude. I don't care how fine you is, what you got going on for yourself. If you think I'm attractive and you like me, you would have to approach me and pursue me. I have never put myself in that situation. I've never done that. I guess because maybe I don't want to be rejected. I don't never give it any thought. So that's never happened to me before. But I have met people, men and women, who I did not like from the beginning. And people can say, well, how you don't like her? You don't know her. But it's just something that your body chemistry and their body chemistry, you just know I do not like that person. You just get a feeling. It's like, it don't have nothing to do with looks or anything. You're like, I just don't like them. You know? So, and you don't have to know the person. It's just something about the connection. So is that possible with love? Could it be something in the connection? You be like, God, I love her. You know, I love him. You know? I don't know. I'm just wondering. You know? I'm just wondering. So y'all think about that and just leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what y'all think. You know? I don't know, but I think I'm going to do a part 2 on this. I think I'm going to do a little bit of reading. And I'm going to do a part 2 on this because I'm just curious to know. It just came to my mind this morning with some conversations that I had. And I'm like, is that possible? Is that at all possible? You can meet your husband and meet your wife from day one and just know that that's who you want to be with. You know? And the word does say that a man should find, when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. It says when a man finds a wife. But you have to also realize, though, that don't indicate that a man should be the one to find a wife. Because if that's the case, Ruth, she found Boaz. Boaz didn't go out looking for her. Ruth came to him. From what I'm reading, she put herself in his way. You know, a lot of times we read things in the word, you have to do line upon line. Precept upon precept. You have to look and you have to be able to decipher it because he did marry her and take her and her mother-in-law in. But Ruth went to his field. Ruth went to his threshing hole, his room, wherever he was at, and laid at the bottom of his feet. Ruth went to Boaz. Boaz was not over there knocking on Ruth's door, telling Ruth to come on, let's go to dinner. He was nice to her from the beginning. And I'm sure maybe he was in love with her from the beginning when he seen her because he did inquire of her. Who is that? But Ruth put herself in his way. The word says a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. He just said a man who finds a wife. That don't mean that a woman can't say, you know, be in the way of a man and he'd be like, God, I fell in love with her. It's just complicated because a lot of times the book that we read don't have all the explanations in it. It's other books, commentaries, and things that go along with it that sometimes you have to incorporate. But I'm not here to go into all of that. That's just my opinion. Okay? So with that being said, I'm going to say Vielen Dank. That's thank you very much in German. So Vielen Dank for watching me. And choose, that's what? That's bye in German. Oh, and if you all have not looked at my Brooklyn's Jewelry Junction. I have a part 1 and I have a part 2. Go to my playlist and you will see I'm doing a new thing on Sundays. It's Brooklyn's Jewelry Junction. I'm going to show you all my beautiful jewelry. I don't have anything on my neck. I need to start wearing my stuff, but you all please go and look at my Jewelry Junction videos and give me a thumbs up, and please and just go look at it. Thank you. I appreciate it. You all have a wonderful, wonderful Monday.